Okay, so in this video, we're going to show you how to put together our back to school banner. And it's simply a paper piecing sort of project. There's nothing truly dimensional about it. So we're just going to run through all the pieces. I'm going to show you where everything goes, and you'll get this thing together in no time at all. So I'm going to just start by working on the sun here, and we're going to go ahead and take the pupil part and just glue it to the iris, I think it's called. And then we're going to glue both of these to the actual eyeball. Okay, so you're going to repeat that process twice so that you have two eyeballs. Okay, here's my other one. I'm not going to put that one together because it's the same thing. And what we've done to make this process easier for you is there are a series of score lines on the sun here, and that is going to help you correctly place all these pieces. So I'm just putting glue on the back of the eyeball, and I'm going to go ahead and just pop it in between the little score lines that we have set in place for you. Okay, so that's where that goes. And then we have two eyebrows, and we also have little score marks for those to help you with the placements. Okay, and we're just going to get that into place. Just make sure that you've got it nice and aligned with the score marks. Okay, so that's what that should look like. You're going to repeat that process for both sides of the sun's face. And then what we can go ahead and do is we can take this and glue it to the base of the sun. And really the only trick here is just to make sure that the little holes all line up, because we're going to be connecting all the different pieces with brads in some spots and then a little bit of glue in others. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a nice light coat of glue on the back of my sun. Don't want to glob it too much so that it doesn't kind of create any ridges, or just so it doesn't warp the paper. Okay, so I've got my glue on there. Do your best to maybe just start with lining up one of the holes and then just work your way around, making sure that the rest of them all line up. Okay, so we've got our sun together. That was pretty straightforward. So we can kind of put him off to the side just for now. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab the well part here, okay? Now there's two pieces that look the same, and those are simply we did two just to kind of reinforce it. Okay, so you're gonna glue these two together to create one solid piece, okay? And then just go ahead and get your letters on there, okay? You're gonna glue those on. Just try to do your best to get them as straight as possible. Okay, so I'm just gonna put those off to the side. Don't really need to show you that. Same thing goes with the other part, okay? The C-O-M-E with the exclamation point. You wanna get your letters glued on, and there are also two layers that you wanna glue back to back, okay? And once you have the two pieces glued together, you'll notice on the C here, there's a little score mark there, and that is to help you get this glued in place correctly at the right angle. Okay, so you just kind of glue it just like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here inside the score marks and get that glued into place. Just wipe off any excess glue that might kind of spill over. Okay, and you've got your welcome portion, okay? And the next thing you can do is grab the word class. It's two layers. The top layer is a pattern piece. The bottom layer is just for reinforcement. So you're gonna get that glued together. And I'm not gonna glue that because it's very simple. And actually, one thing I did forget on this piece here, okay, the area where you're going to actually place the string that holds this banner up we've given you two little donut pieces that you're going to glue on the larger holes, okay? And that's just for some additional reinforcement because the string is going to be in there and we don't want that paper to tear. So you do want to get that glued down, okay? So that just leaves these little flowers here, okay? And let me move this out of the way for a second. Flowers are very simple as well. We've got the larger piece followed by the smaller piece, and there are holes on both of them, so you kind of can't get it wrong. We're just going to glue the smaller flower to the larger flower, making sure that our holes line up. And then you've got it nice and centered. Okay, now there's two flowers, so you're going to repeat this process twice. Got a little green piece here that we're going to glue right in the center. Okay, and then we've got a nice little red dot that goes right in the center of that. And we actually jazzed ours up with a little rhinestone just to give it a little sparkle and a little bit of bling. Okay, then we have just a little petal, or a little leaf I should say, that gets glued on just kind of like that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here on this little corner. Just get that glued into place so it looks roughly like so. And you're going to repeat that process with both flowers, okay? And that really just leaves our apple. So let me just show you how that goes together. Again, it's very simple. We've got our apple here, and it's just another paper piecing. Now we did this piece here in a gold foil. So you're simply going to put glue on the back of this. And you do kind of want to get it out to the edge. I'm kind of just working the middle right now, but I'm going to make sure that I get a nice line along the edge as well. Okay, so just make sure that you get enough coverage on that. And just do your best to, again, get this aligned with the little hole there. Okay, and same with this one here. Oops. You want a nice border going all the way around this piece. Okay, as long as you get those holes aligned initially, the rest of it should just kind of fall into place. There we go. Okay. And then we have a few petals, or a few pieces, I should say, for the little leaf of the apple. So I'm going to put glue on this piece here and get that glued to the backing piece for this little leaf. Okay. And we're simply going to glue this to the actual black portion. Now, in our demo, the one that you see on the website, we actually did this in a chalkboard paper made by DCWV, and we actually have a link to the specific papers that we used in the supply list section of the website. So you can head over to Amazon. If you got your Amazon Prime account, you can order that so that you can actually use chalk on this and write your teacher's name, which is a really cool little personal touch. Okay, then we've got this little blue piece. It's kind of like just the inner part of the stem of the apple. Okay, and then finally there's this little leaf part for the back. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue up at the top here, like so, and we're just going to get that glued to the underside of our apple, just so that's sticking out a little bit. Okay, just give that a chance to dry, and don't make a mess like I am. That's super cute. And at this point, it's just a matter of getting everything assembled and pieced together. So the way that this works is you're going to take the word class, and you're going to take the word class and stick your brad right through the middle there to get the word class in place, okay? And what you can do next is the word welcome. These two little holes here are going to match up with these two holes here. Okay, so you're going to get that bradded into place. Obviously, you're going to have your letters on already. And then you can go ahead and take your little flower and get that bradded on. Now, we added a little pop dot here just to hold this into place. It's not necessary. You're going to put your other flower in this little hole here. Again, you can pop dot that if you'd like. And then really all that's left to do is place your sun behind all of this. Okay, and as you can see, these two holes here match up with these two holes here. So you can go ahead and slide that underneath, open up your brad, and get that into place. And then we have these two holes here are going to match up with the top holes of the sun. Let me show you how that works. Like so. There we go. And that is pretty much how it all works. And again, you know, you can do a print and cut on this part here, or again, if you have the chalkboard paper, you can actually write your teacher's name, and it just makes a really cute gift. And then when you're done, you can get yourself some ribbon or some baker's twine, whatever you want, and just kind of feed it through here and tie it. It looks like we've got about, I'd say, I don't know, about 15 inches roughly of some ribbon here, and that seemed to do the trick for us. So hope you enjoyed the project, and I will see you next time.
Stay on top of all things Dreaming Tree and engage with us today. Get the latest news and enter in our giveaways on Facebook. Get inspired by following us on Pinterest. Be the first to see our new product launches on Instagram. Do you prefer Twitter? Yep, we're there too. Watch our beautiful product trailers and assembly tutorials on YouTube. For more information, visit www.3dsvg.com. Live, craft, love, and dream.